Trump attended a church that had a woke pastor. This is obviously an issue in like commercial religion, in like these big churches, these non-denominationals. You have a lot of these woke weirdos where they like have the pride flag, all this stuff. To me, even though I'm not like a hardcore religious person, it feels a little weird. Like, having a pastor talking about trans kids and all this kind of stuff. It feels like,
And Melania's reaction was absolutely, oh my God, we've got to talk about that.
Yeah, we've got the video here. It's comedy. It's just comedy gold.
You have to watch it over and over again to get every single person's reaction.
Yeah, JD's pretty funny too.
In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
She's the first to react.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, here we go.
Oh, shit.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democrat.
Do you see JD? JD's, oh my God, his face.
And one of the things I like is that he looks towards Usha. Like, he's like, are you listening to this? Because people thought that she was sort of mostly a Democrat for a while.
Yeah.
He's like, why am I here? Oh my God.
Yeah, he's like classic, like, here we go.
This is the perfect clip, by the way, too, right now.
Yeah.
Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives.
The camera, the fourth wall break from JD Vance. Goals.
Yeah, you looked right at the camera.
People
Yeah.
who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor.
The people who pick our crops, by the way, isn't that a goddamn telling line?
Isn't that? Yeah, that's the Democrats. Like, who will pick our cotton? And then now it's who will pick our crops?
Who gonna pick the cotton, baby?
Yeah.
If we don't have them in the country, who will pick the cotton?
How stone-faced Trump is, but you just see him like shake the program for a second.
Yeah,
like,
he's like, yeah, give me a flipping break.
And meatpacking plants who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals.
Hey, Trump! Oh my God, Don Jr.
If it weren't for these people, our dishes would be dirty and we wouldn't have any corn.
I think it's weird because she's trying to sound like they're just like working class people, but she sounds so condescending. Like it's just this magnificent performance of progressive elitism, and I think so. This is like the National Prayer Service. Like, it's not like she didn't know who would be there. This is obviously pointed, but Biden is saying
on TV. She went on CNN after to take her victory lap. Like
Trump can barely believe what he's listening to. It's sort of like his reaction here reminds me of his reaction to the Biden debate, actually. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh God, here we go again.
Well, and I don't know if Jeremy has it pulled, but like we should read his statement after this because I thought it was so funny.
He did he gave her a break. He didn't say anything. He's like, it wasn't too interesting, right?
No, he said that she did a bad job. Well,
really? Find it. Yeah, find it.
Yeah.
They may not be citizens.
Right there now, Trump. That's classic Trump. He's like, this bitch. Like, are you kidding me?
Also, Melania's face has not changed, but has also gotten more irritating.
She's shooting daggers. She's like, you're disrespecting my man to his face.
And there are people who still think that Trump and Melania are not on good terms or something. She is definitely a stand behind her man. Sort of person.
Oh yeah, exactly. She is not happy.
She was ready to vault over the goddamn podium.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
Larry Trump looks down.
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to be that guy, but
this is not pointed at all.
Every single one of them is a criminal. Like when they cross the border illegally, they've committed a crime.
God doesn't want to build walls. He wants to build bridges.
Yeah, well, send them to. Why do they want to leave God's land?
One of my favorite Catholic priests. One of my favorite Catholic priests that I know locally. The first sermon I ever heard him do, he said, "Heaven has gates, which implies it has walls. Therefore, the border wall is God's law."
It's literally in Revelation if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
layers of wall, actually.
I'm pretty sure they had walls in biblical times, and God wasn't speaking out against it.
And our good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques.
Notice she says mosques.
Synagogues, Wadara.
Oh, okay. She did say
and
that.
Temples.
She's got to be inclusive, you know. She wouldn't want to leave anyone out.
Please do not include our temples with your nonsense.
Whose children fear that their parents will be taken away. And that you help those.
Tiffany Trump's killing me right now.
She's
like,
yeah.
Lands, to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful.
Look, she's looking over her shoulder. It's so funny.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you guys getting this?"
All once strangers in this land.
JD Vance just hit the camera with another look.
May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being.
Also, whoever set up this 2-camera shot was like, "This is gonna be amazing."
Oh yeah.
And walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people. Good of all people in this nation. And
so here's Trump's statement. Classic Trump.
The world.
Oh wait, I closed it off here. Hold on a sec.
It's like, yeah, we want the good for all people in the world. That's why we elected Trump. That's the whole point.
Yeah. They were doing this like shock poll on CNN this morning about how wild that like nearly 60% of all Americans in 2025 support deportation, where like in 2016 it was only 30%. And they were like, how could this have happened? Well, Lake and Riley happened. But yeah, so this so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning was a radical left hardline Trump hater. She brought her church into the world politics, and in a very ungracious way. She was nasty in tone and not compelling or smart. Whoa. She failed to mention the large number of illegal immigrants that came into our country and destroyed people's lives, took their lives. Many were deposited from jails, mental institutions. It is a giant crime wave that is taking place in the USA. Apart from her inappropriate statements, this is so Trump. The service was also very boring and uninspiring. She is not very good at her job. She and her church owe the public an apology. That's so Trump.
This is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we are so back.
Yeah, like, it's only been 48 hours into the Trump administration, and between the EOs and this and everything else that's happened, it's just incredible.
Yeah, I think and I think he's picking up on something that the evangelicals have maybe not articulated correctly, which is like there's a huge woke sect in most religions. I mean, the United Methodist Church and I think the Presbyterian Church have both had major schisms over this in America. They're literally breaking apart over some of these progressive issues, whether it be marriage or it be, letting transgender people like become clergy members or whatever. And I think so often it gets thrown back at like religious Christians. Oh, well, you're a Christian, so you're supposed to be accepting of everybody. But also like even Christian services are becoming full of a lot of propaganda. So of course you don't take every single criticism from the woke media seriously.